Hey, and welcome to Tech Out Loud, where three, now two, because Alex isn't here, excuse me, talk about...
Titans are talking today.
Yeah, two titans are talking, because Alex really just gives commentary while Chris and I duke it out. This is the week, we're a little late this week, so we'll have 2 episodes this week, yay! But this is the news for February 19th of 2012. As always, I'm Andrew J. joined by
Christopher Walton.
And I'm Alex Weston. But Alex Weston's not here today. But that's what he would sound like.
he just kind of like sits there and like looks at us like,
hey, we love Alex. Don't say anything bad about him.
But like, I feel like he needs to be more active in our conversation.
No, because it's like, we kind of set it up, because we duke it out, obviously. We duke it out, and then we're like, Alex, let's choose a side. He's like, I'm neutral.
It's the Andy and Chris show, and then it's like, with Alex.
Because he doesn't want to choose a side. So,
Alex is like,
no matter how much I bribe him.
It's very Switzerland.
Very Switzerland.
He will remain neutral for the rest of his life.
What are we?
North America and Russia.
Oh, okay, who's Russia?
Or China, if you want to be racist.
Oh, okay, I see how it's going. Okay. But we have some big things to talk about. You have some big things to talk about.
Yes.
Let's start with that, with your little new list.
My new list from I think my favorite app, Check. It's really cool. Just saying. Clear, actually.
Clear. Oh, you don't even know the name of the app, and yet it's your favorite.
No, but I use it a lot. So this week, Netflix brings back single DVDs. I know Andy canceled his, streaming service. And
wait, can you get the single DVDs like alone though?
Yeah, this is what they did.
How much is like single DVD? Like just
the same thing as streaming.
So $5, $8.
$8.
It's not enough for one DVD per month.
But it's like you're getting the new stuff.
Yeah, I'd rather just Redbox it.
But like you can get Redbox and new DVDs at the same time.
But aren't Redbox giving new DVDs out now?
Yeah, but let's say like you want to rent. All right, like there's only like a couple movies, but you want to also go back and look through all their old stuff too, and you like.
It does old stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay.
For $8.99, that's not bad.
For $8.99, that's actually pretty bad. Just one DVD. That's kind of like the old. We're going back.
I mean, I feel like $8.99 for streaming is almost like one streaming. I mean, there's nothing on streaming. Like
that's true. That's very true. But like they put it at a way where streaming sounds like infinite. It's like you get $8.99 for streaming, and you like, think of the possibilities. Wait, there is no possibilities.
Streaming, when you got the one DVD, streaming was free back in the day. Now it's separate. But Netflix.
No, I thought it was the other way around. It's because you got streaming, and then you were allowed DVDs, and then they broke it up.
No, it was DVDs, and you have streaming because it's like wait for
it started
a DVD.
It started as DVD, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But before, to get single DVDs, you had to already have been a member for a long time, and they didn't have any plans where you could just sign up now and just have DVDs instead of streaming.
I'm waiting to Redbox. I mean, not Redbox. Netflix just goes down and then screws it up by trying to set up contracts. I'm waiting for that point.
I mean, I don't know where they're going. I would like to see a projection, but I know they're gonna have to come out with better content. They have to. For streaming services.
But you can't really give Netflix all that crap because it's really the companies, the content providers that are holding out because they're afraid of Netflix taking off.
True. I mean, but you spend a lot of money for this, service, and you just kind of wish you had better content instead of having to go out using alternative websites to find your more up-to-date content.
Up-to-date.
Let's see. So we covered Netflix. Let's move on to Blockbuster closing, 1/3 of its stores. Pretty much almost to the point where
I felt like we've talked about Blockbuster closing their stores so many times.
I don't know. I think they're pretty much eradicating anything left at their stores.
I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, it's kind of like they're wasting money keeping them open.
It is true, but we were talking earlier before the show started about kids' future, You're not going to walk into a store and grab a DVD off the shelf and rent it anymore. I mean, maybe if you go to the library.
Get the wrong DVD.
Yeah. I think the library will still rent DVDs, right? I haven't been to a library in forever.
I haven't been to a library forever. Ever since I got my Kindle, I'm just like, Kindle, with Amazon Prime, you get free book rentals on the Kindle. So I'm like, whatever.
So, and then can you imagine no Blockbuster, no video rental service, no game rental service, no even, get rid of libraries? Everything just online?
No, I don't think libraries are ever... Well, I wouldn't say ever, but in the long run, in the near future, libraries aren't going anywhere.
You think physical books are going to get replaced?
Not just that, because libraries
You have like
are
little e-books for everything now, like lines.
no, their system for ebooks is awful.
Yeah.
Because apparently ebook, I don't get this. Like when a popular book comes out, libraries only can give out 30 copies of that ebook.
Really?
They don't have an apparently they don't have an infinite.
I didn't even know that a library did ebooks. That's how long I haven't been.
Yeah, libraries do ebooks now, but they treat ebooks like physical books. They only have a certain amount of times they can loan out a virtual ebook.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
How does that make sense?
I don't know, because
You have one file, and how hard is it to control C, control V?
I don't know. Maybe it's just they just don't want to flood the market. I don't know. I really don't understand the logic behind that. I mean, how many physical, books? I think it's all about price. Because I bet you make a deal with the with the publisher.
Exactly. The publisher hates ebooks because they don't want to give out.
Well, no, that and physical books. Because before the library, people were like, why would they, buy my book if you can go rent it? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I think the people who buy books these days are mostly like Barnes and Noble and libraries. They buy them.
Yeah, it used to be Books and Borders and Barnes and Nobles. Now I think the only stores open are Barnes and Nobles, maybe a couple Books a Millions.
I haven't seen a Books a Million forever.
I go to the one on Castleberry. It's really nice.
Castleberry's far though.
It's not that far away. And pretty much like those local, kind of like specialty shops. Yeah, you could say thrift shops, but specialty shops where you find hipsters digging through and rummaging through items.
I'm so close to an Instagram hate rant right now.
Moving on from Blockbuster, Google Latitude. It's having a lot of updates. It's trying to survive.
This week it came out with like that whole leaderboard thing.
Yeah. The leaderboard like Foursquare. Way to go.
Cough, cough, Google.
Yeah.
What else aren't you gonna steal?
And begs the question: is this gonna kind of a Foursquare killer?
No,
I don't think so either.
Not.
Gowalla was supposed to be a Foursquare killer.
Google Plus was supposed to be a Facebook killer. Where's that? I mean,
I log into I sign up for my Google Plus and I really forget about it until I see those Google Plus commercials or like Galaxy Nexus commercials like, hey, you can do Hangouts.
No, I forgot I have Google Plus too, and then I usually forget about it until I go to google.com and then the
little
number,
plus notification.
The number next to my name goes to a 1 and it's red, bright red. I'm like, oh, I still have this.
Yeah,
wow.
And the thing is, we, as tech oriented we are, we have a lot of Google accounts and I have maybe 6 or 7 accounts.
I canceled most of my Google accounts, but I still have 3, and it's annoying that each of them have a Google Plus.
Yeah,
with my name on it. So there's 3 Andrew Danes that are exactly the same people out there.
It's kind of, I don't know. I wish we could just merge all Google Plus accounts into one. Forward everything, just like your mail client.
Yeah.
I don't know, but.
Oh, speaking about mail client, when is the iPhone gonna get it? I rant a little bit on my Facebook
I saw that rant. It was the better Gmail client.
Yeah, I'm like, if Apple really wants me to buy the next iPhone, because I bought an iPhone 4 to use for a couple weeks.
Is it just a Gmail client, or was it?
It's the whole mail client in general.
Oh yeah.
That the mail app is awful, and then when the Gmail app came out from Google, that was pure atrocity.
Yeah, I mean because you only can use one account at a time. You couldn't let you use multiple accounts.
And it was just WebView.
Yeah, I mean,
I say it like this: if BlackBerry can do something better than you, that's not the keyboard. You blew it. You blew it.
I use the Galaxy Nexus's mail app, and it's okay. I feel like every mail app is okay.
You definitely not use the Windows Phone. I love the Gmail on a tablet. The power button's on the top right. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, just hit the power button. Right here.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm trying to test out Andy's web mail service.
Yeah, go into my mail.
Is this one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not bad. It just seems like it's a lot of lines. Does it group anything?
Like if you're in like if you're in
and he's trying to show me his Windows 7.
There's a conversation there. It does the whole conversation
flow.
Yeah, no, but it's not just a look. It's like Blackberries can't do Gmail either. That's the only mail they can't do. It's like when you delete something. When I use an iPhone with Gmail,
Hmm.
I'll delete something off the iPhone on my Gmail, and then it maybe takes a couple hours or even a day before it syncs with my Gmail account
Really?
on Google.
Mine's really active. Like I'll delete something right now, and it'll delete off my.
Really, it was pretty bad for me.
Are you,
Same thing with
you're not
Blackberry.
archiving, right?
No, I'm not archiving.
Okay. Hmm. All right. Well, I mean, I guess maybe iOS 6 or something, or maybe the new iPhone. I mean, they're really gonna have to do something and reinvent a lot of
They need to
features.
reinvent the email client first of all. I think that's like the worst thing about an iPhone.
I think their email client and maybe their notes. I do like their reminders though. It's pretty nice.
I like reminders with iCloud especially.
Yeah.
Their no app needs a total remake.
Their calendar's pretty good because I like how I'll upload one thing.
After I used ice cream sandwiches calendar, I can't go.
I
back.
use Google Calendar app for the iPhone and iPad, so that like all my iPads when I was working, I would just put in my date when I have to work, and then it would sync with all iOS devices I have, and then like everything would like go off.
You should try using the calendar app in the Captivate I hacked for you. It's so nice.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that out.
Google's got an email. You have to use the Gmail app and the Captivate. That's the best email experience ever. The Gmail app on Ice Cream Sandwich, and then the calendar app on Ice Cream Sandwich is brilliant too.
Okay. And then moving on to
Sorry, a little sidetrack there.
Nook Entry tablet was released this week. For all you people who really
for you.
Well, I mean, all those Nook people who really didn't want the color, who wanted something a little bit better than the color.
Well, I mean, these are the people who had a color but couldn't justify a $250 price when the Kindle Fire was $200.
Yeah. So this is the I would say competing model with the Kindle Fire, but it doesn't really compete.
It does. It directly competes with the Kindle Fire.
Spec wise,
it's exactly the specs. They have the RAM, have the storage space.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only one up they have in the Kindle Fire is the micro SD slot.
Mm-hmm.
But Barnes and Noble had this weird thing with a 16 gig model where they partition the hard drive where you can only use 1 gig of your own. Like it was 16 gigs, but 15 of those gigs had to come from the Barnes & Noble store. Like, you couldn't sideload any of it.
This one, it's only 1 gig of it, right?
Yeah, it should only be 1 gig.
It's Barnes & Noble store.
No, this one is 1 gig, 7 gigs Barnes & Noble store.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, so it's 8 gig, and then only 7 gigs is usable by the user, and then 6 gigs is partitioned for only Barnes & Noble stuff, and then about 1 gig you can sideload.
I know you said you got your sister for Christmas a Kindle Fire. If you had the chance to redo it again with this new Nook.
No, I'd still get the Kindle Fire.
Kindle Fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if I could put Ice Cream Sandwich on the Nook tablet, I would get the Nook tablet because I think it looks better than the Kindle Fire and feels better. But my sister had a Kindle before, so
can it run in the Nook tablet? Run Ice Cream Sandwich?
It's capable of. Will developers port it? Probably not.
Okay. Moving on to Dropbox, adding instant upload, same as SkyDrive and iCloud.
Is it still in beta right now?
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, I tried the Dropbox beta client on my PC and uninstalled it because it got so annoying. Because every time you add a new photo,
yeah, the little cloud thing, the little box icon,
yeah, it would pop up and be like, "Oh, you should upload this to your Dropbox." I'm like, "No, I don't want to upload to my Dropbox."
I mean, it is kind of like I have me and my dad like have one set up so we put stuff in and separate. Like I'll be on my computer one day and then like he'll throw something in like, hey, check this out, and then next thing I got this stupid icon that comes up.
But you guys mostly take pictures of your iPhone, right?
I use pictures from my iPhone because I have like the 4 is way better than his 3GS.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then like he just takes pictures from the Nikon D40 he's got.
Because that's fine because your photos are like maybe 1-2 megabytes.
Mm-hmm.
My photos are 30 megabytes a piece.
It's crazy.
I can't sit there and wait for all 100 photos, 3 gigs of photos to upload.
Yeah.
So
that's why I turned it off. Also on I think Pogo has that too because you can Pogo Plug has a service. They give you 5 gigs.
Box. I signed my sister up for this. If you have an Android device from now until March 23rd. If you sign up with this app called Box, is exactly like Dropbox, but it's called Box. You get 50 gigs free.
Wow.
So that's pretty.
See, the thing with Dropbox is only 5 gigs.
Yeah. SkyDrive is 25, and then in the next update of SkyDrive, all Office documents and all photos don't count towards your 25.
I might have to set up a SkyDrive account.
Oh, let's talk about that. There's also, are you done with the whole Dropbox thing?
Yeah.
Okay, because now that I talked a little about SkyDrive, Microsoft is officially killing off Windows Live and the Zune brand.
Mm-hmm.
They're all consolidating it. Your Windows Live ID will now be called Microsoft account. They're killing Windows Media Center, which good, because I didn't understand why they had Zune and Media Center.
Yeah.
So they're killing off Zune. They're trying to make the Xbox Live brand not just about gaming, but with music and video too.
I guess, because, I mean, they did
Because it's now,
too.
because like your Xbox is kind of now your living room thing, right?
I feel like they're getting ready to push out a new Xbox.
Very close.
And they're not really going to, I don't know if they're going to consider it an Xbox.
No, they're still keeping the Xbox brand.
The brand name. So
Let's be honest. The Xbox branding is the only positive thing coming out of Microsoft these days.
True. And maybe Office.
I think Office is only Office.
Yeah. Just Office. That's the only thing.
Because like every time I talk to someone, it's like, why don't you use Google Office or Google Docs or LibreOffice?
Google Docs is terrible.
Google Docs is awful unless you need to collaborate. And then LibreOffice and OpenOffice, they don't offer half the functionality Word offers.
Yeah.
So
like, I love my.
You and your hipster ways, go shoot.
No, I just don't like Google Docs at all.
Really?
The themes that they have and the type fonts and everything.
They're rebranding
PowerPoints.
Google Docs. They're gonna kill it and call it Google Drive, and turn it into cloud storage for documents.
Okay, I mean, just because you rebranded, you still have to the content has to be way better. Than
That's
what
like when
you were serving.
Motorola's like, we don't call it Blur anymore. But I'm like, but poop is still poop.
Or it's
So-
not, or Motorola's Zoom, but it's the Zyborg.
Yeah, it's not called a Zoom anymore. It's called
It's
a
a
Zyborg.
Zyborg.
It's like people were just starting to get, a Zoom is a tablet, and all of a sudden, what is this Zyborg thing?
Yeah. Just like you just couldn't make up a name for it.
But this is good at Microsoft. I'm kind of sad to see the Zune branding go because I really like the Zune brand, even though it didn't succeed as much. I'm glad to see Windows Live.
Are they still going to support Zooms or no?
No, they stopped.
Yeah, I mean, only people were buying stuff for iPods.
The Zune HD was brilliant. I like my Zune HD more than I like my iPod Touch.
I remember Wayne was the only one who
I
ever had a
Zune
Zune.
HD.
In our class, though, like in our
in our
fresh,
class,
yeah,
yeah.
so it was like
We never had
two
class
people, two people in the entire GT only had Zunes.
It didn't take off that well because Microsoft never marketed it. Yeah. But I'm glad they're coming out with Windows Live because Windows Live is kind of old now.
Mm-hmm.
They're all consolidating it again. They're changing the names. Live Mail is just mail. Contacts is people. Calendars, Live Calendars is calendar now. They're just basically simplifying all their names.
Everything is just trying to get more personal.
Yeah, everything is more simplifying.
Like Google with instead of contacts, it's circles.
Yeah.
You have your tight inner circle of friends, and then you have your outer, and it just kind of expands.
What
I
if
think that'd be
Apple-
kind of cool if Google circles expanded. Like you have your tight. Here's your family. And then it's like then your friends, and then your outer friends, and then the circles. So you have rings.
So you want like the Venn diagram?
Kind of, yeah. It's like, it's,
these two overlap here, and then these
yeah,
two
like
overlap
your Tech Out
here.
Loud friends, and then
Oh yeah, he was also in my class.
and class friends.
That'd be cool. What does Apple call their contact? Do they just call it contacts?
Contacts.
I think contacts is on the way out. Like when you say contact, it's very not personal anymore. It's like, oh, you're my contact.
I mean, what would you say? Client?
I mean, Windows is all going to people now. It's like you're my people.
Yeah,
phone.
you have circles. I mean, you have people, and I don't know what Apple's going to do.
I think iOS 6 will rebrand a lot of their services just to make it more friendly.
Because I thought their reminders app is kind of like an updated Notes.
Do they have Notes and Reminders still side by side?
I have it side by side.
Oh, okay. I think I like Notes on the iPad. I don't like Notes on the iPhone.
Yeah, I mean, and contacts are just kind of just plain looking. It just looks like one of
You
those
just described
old.
the iPhone.
Yeah, but it looks like one of those old spindles you used to have with your contacts on it. You just spin it.
Spindles.
Like you never saw the spindles with the index cards, and then like it had everyone's name through A through
Oh
Z.
yeah, the
The
I'm doing the
spindle.
sound effect.
Ugh,
Like when you work in the
physical
office,
media. Before,
Don't make me feel old, Chris. I'm only 18.
I'm older though. I'm 19, so
Yeah, don't make me feel old.
I'm Yeah, I'm getting old.
Okay, what's next on your little clear list?
My clear list.
Yeah, so Microsoft basically rebranding, simplifying, great for them. Windows 8's coming, so that's good for them.
Definitely. Let's see. Next on the list of today, I want to talk about is Ubuntu for Android was announced.
Finally, an operating system that you can do some work on. Too bad nothing runs on Ubuntu.
Can you explain a little bit about Ubuntu for people who don't know?
Ubuntu is like really great for people who are in love with servers and hacking.
I thought Android was Ubuntu.
No, Ubuntu and Android all come from this thing called Linux. Ubuntu is a derivative of Linux that's more user friendly because pure Linux is kind of a mess.
It's crazy.
So Ubuntu made it like the average people can use it if they really wanted to learn how to use Ubuntu. And then Android took Linux's kernel and then put a Java virtual machine on top of it. That's why Android will always be laggy and use a lot of battery because it's run in an emulator. Android is never pure. It's run in a Java emulator on top of Linux.
You think there'd ever just be a pure, Ubuntu phone?
Unless Ubuntu gets a touch interface. Isn't that what Google tried to do with the Chromebook? Try to take a Linux kernel and try to turn it into an OS?
Yeah, but they already did that with the Android and made a phone, so...
Yeah, but not a desktop OS. I very argue that Chrome is a desktop OS.
I don't know, the new Ubuntu, it's kind of sketchy because it uses the Sony, or not the Sony, the Motorola, what's just the phone that connects into the dock?
All the recent Motorola phones?
No, the older one that was like...
The Atrix?
Yeah, I think it was the Atrix.
Well, that didn't use Ubuntu, that used Lapdock.
Yeah, it did, and that's what they were saying, because they want to, commute the...
that would be amazing if it's actually booted to Ubuntu.
They have Ubuntu on it. That's what the article I was reading from The Verge.
Okay. So now they're really... I can't see Motorola updating the Atrix, the original Atrix.
No, they even said that, and the Atrix is not even sponsoring Ubuntu on top of it.
So it's basically going to be like the Razer, like their brand new phones that are going to get it.
Yeah. I mean, I would kind of like to see, hands-on demonstration.
Have you used Ubuntu?
No. I can't say I have.
Yeah, you might be in for a little confusion there. A lot of the stuff on Ubuntu is run by scripts.
Okay.
So, unless you're not really a script person, it might be a little confusing.
Might be another something I might have to pick up on a hobby.
I want to go too deep into Ubuntu, though. I mean, I went to Ubuntu to do Android development. That's about it.
Okay.
But I don't see you're gonna do deep Android development anytime soon.
That's true.
So,
all right, and another thing on my list: Foxconn plant walkthrough this week.
Oh yeah, the Apple finally gave the results of what people wanted.
More of a what they wanted people to know.
I think it's a great initiative on Apple, but they should have not got ABC to feature it.
I mean, I like ABC more than Fox News.
Yeah, I love
Fox News would be like, look at these people.
Exactly. Fox News is basically
look into your eyes.
Every time I turn on Fox News and they put those big bold letters, I'm like, nothing after these big bold letters is interesting.
It's terrible. It's like, I think Anderson Cooper, who's a person who just really hits hard on facts and likes to go there and dig truth, he would have been great for this interview.
Yeah.
Because, Anderson Cooper would walk around there, took stuff apart, and then say...
It's nothing like I have against ABC. It's just because ABC is owned by Disney, and then Disney's largest shareholder was Steve Jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think there's a bias there that all the truth is not coming
It is.
out.
It's like it is a hidden bias, and I think you
never. And then them clarifying it even makes me more unsure that they're really reporting the truth.
What did you think of the video, though?
It was
the treatment of employees.
I think it was just showing all the good parts with a snippet of the badge to try to balance it out. Okay. Everything was in a very positive light.
What do you think of the pay?
I don't want. I mean, it's China. It's not fair. Would I love to see them get paid Western pay wages?
Well,
yes.
let's not get crazy. That's why we outsource everything over there. I mean, I would say I would like to see their pay to be more to the point where they could actually get better food.
Yeah,
it was like 20 cents they make a day, and their food is 70 cents.
No, it's not 20 cents. Was it?
I thought it was.
I thought it was 20 cents an hour.
Is it? I thought it was a day.
It's not a day. It's definitely not a day, Chris. They're not going to charge you 70 cents for food, and you only make that would be an issue.
I think it was an issue, and they changed it.
Oh yeah,
20 cents. I mean, 20 cents an hour. I mean, so what do you usually bring home a year?
Let me see. Foxconn pay. pay.
You gotta be making like what? Maybe $1,000 a year.
Maybe 5,000. I don't know.
5,000? I don't know. That's a little out there.
The pay 3 years ago was 900 yuan a month. How much is 900? What's the current of that?
I bet that's like $600 a year.
Yuan.
And he is checking our stats.
900 yuan is about 140 bucks
A year?
a month.
Oh, okay.
But that's still pretty low.
So $140 times 12.
That was 3 months
about,
ago,
yeah. So about, you know what? They're making about just about 2-3 grand.
140 times 12, it's 1,680.
Wow. So they're, and you take away, of course, taxes and everything.
They don't have tax there.
They don't have tax?
I mean, it's communist. They just take it. They don't call it tax.
All right. So, let's say, so that $1,680 a year, that's what one Foxconn employee makes. Deduct, and does living expenses get deducted out of there?
Well, they live on campus.
I know, but even though they live on campus, do they still deduct all the living expenses? Lights, water, electricity?
They don't deduct living, but they deduct food.
Okay.
So, it's definitely an issue, and I would love to
It is an eye-opener, though.
It is, definitely.
I do encourage people to watch the video by ABC News. And just kind of see, where, all these people, this cult, icon, and see where all these lines, of people and products and everything, and we're spending $600 or $700.
But let's make it clear that it's not just Apple. Apple might be, in the highlights right now, but it's almost every tech company.
Oh, it is every company out there.
But I think Apple has a responsibility as being number one to lead the charge in changing it.
I think they did a good job.
Really? I think they just showed what we expected them to show.
I mean, they never show you how your food is going to be made. Because do you really want to know? Do you really want to know what's inside the chicken? That's not chicken.
But it's like the monotony thing. To me, I could never stand monotony. It's because we're in the bubble. We're in the American bubble.
We are. We are in that first world bubble.
Yeah, first world problems.
There's not enough, electrical outlets for my my iPhone accessories. First world problems. I just want to have a T-shirt that says first world problems. Just insert and then first world problem. Oh man, I was gonna die last night because I overate.
I pushed on a pull door while people were watching.
First world problems. They actually have doors. All right,
but it's definitely not that needs to be taken care of, and I hope in the future Apple does a little more. It's great that they showed it, but now they have to take it to the next step by putting pressure on Foxconn to treat their employees better.
Yeah, and try to hopefully
make it more human. First of all,
we'll see a little bit of a decrease in suicide. Even though after watching the video there, I kind of wanted to commit suicide. So
yeah, it was pretty depressing.
It is, and a lot of these kids are young.
They're not kids. They're
teenagers.
They're 20 to 30s.
You said there was no one over 30.
Yeah, no one over 30, but 20 to 30s.
Yeah, so it's young adults.
Making money. There was a mother of 2 kids there, and she was 27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, and to wrap it up with the big news, we saved the best for last.
MWDC. Not MWDC.
I don't know why. Well, what developer?
Yeah, just MWC. Congress, not conference. Congress. See, this is it's so... You thought CES was great. I think MWC is the best because they're so civilized, because it's Europe.
Well, it's in Barcelona.
It's in Barcelona.
It's automatically amazing. It's in Barcelona.
It's in Barcelona, and then they call it a Congress. That means anything.
I don't know.
But
there's a
it
house.
It started today.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot. There's been a lot of flood of new phones out there.
Huawei was the first one to come up.
Wawa.
They introduced a quad-core phone. It looks pretty impressive. Their Diamond series line is basically they claim this is the fastest smartphone in the world, maybe for a couple minutes before HTC gets up on stage and here's our quad-core phone, whatever.
It was funny the other day, not the other day, but I'm pretty sure 2 episodes ago, you were talking about Polaroid. Kodak, yeah. And what are they gonna do? Besides the camera, you didn't know what other projects they had. And to look at, there's a phone that's coming out. Let me see. forgot what it was called.
Was it a Panasonic phone?
No, it's a ViewSonic.
ViewSonic phone.
It's this one right here. And ViewSonic.
Oh, is it the 4S? The ViewSonic 4S?
I think so. And
Oh my god! I'm waiting for a lawsuit to happen.
ViewSonic 4. No, ViewSonic Viewphone 4e hands-on.
Well, there's also a 4S ViewSonic.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for that one to get a lawsuit by Apple.
But the thing is, like, I didn't know ViewSonic made phones at all. I just thought they were just a strictly printer-oriented company.
I thought they made TVs.
ViewSonic?
I'm confused.
I thought they had ViewSonic printer.
No, yeah, they make LCDs and TVs too.
They make printers.
I know them for tablets and cheap tablets and TVs.
I didn't even know they made tablets.
Yeah, they made the G tablet a while
I know they make monitors. But I was just definitely surprised to get into a phone game.
It's exactly like Panasonic. It's like you wouldn't think that Panasonic is in the phone game, but they are super hardcore when it comes to Japan and Europe.
That's true. It's like NVIDIA making a phone.
Yeah, like in America. Well, even they're coming. Oh my god. Let me tell you a story. It's like a friend of mine was at an AT&T store, and he was looking at and he was checking out the Galaxy Note, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this old couple goes up to the old couple, like 60s, 70s,
Mm-hmm.
goes up to the store clerk and then asks the guy, "Does this have Tegra in it?" And then the store clerk is like, I don't know. I might have to go check." And they're like, "Not interested, sorry."
Can you explain to people who don't know what Tegra is?
Tegra was the first dual core chip wave that came to like the Atrix 2
Mhm.
ran the Tegra 2 chip. And apparently, I guess NVIDIA was so great with their marketing that old people now equate Tegra with good phones, even though all the Tegra phones are complete trash.
Yeah. I'm just surprised old people knew what Tegra was.
They don't. They said the lights just flickered.
Just going blind.
They're not. They don't know what Tegra is. It's supposed to be called Tegra 2, but they just know Tegra. You know what the original Tegra was in?
No.
You'll never guess what the original Tegra was in.
Was it Nokia?
No. It was in HD. The only Tegra product ever released.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I mean, you look at Tegra, Zune HD now.
The Zune HD was a Tegra, and then the Kin phones were Tegra, and look what happened in those.
Yeah.
And then now we have Tegra 2, which was kind of a bleh. And then MWC is Tegra 3, all about Tegra 3. HTC has Tegra 3, LG has Tegra 3. And can I just say, LG just totally failed Mobile Congress. Did you see the LG View, Optimus View?
No.
It's their Galaxy Note competitor.
There's the LG Optimus View XD, right?
No, there's a 4X HD.
A 4X HD.
Yeah, these names are getting way too complicated.
Yeah.
LG has a new line called the Optimus line. We've had it for a while. It's to compete with Samsung's Galaxy line.
I feel like a lot of these phones, not to cut you off, are looking a lot like the Windows phone, like sleek Nokia design. Like, have you not noticed that?
No,
like the backing.
This is how I see it. Back in the day, Apple copied LG, and then now it's Samsung copies Apple and LG copies Samsung, and then having that, because you're the second generation copy, you just immediately suck.
That's terrible.
It is. Look at it. Oh my! I have to show you.
I'm watching the video right now.
Some of these LG phones look exactly like a dumbed down version of the Galaxy S2.
Really? They look like the back of this phone, like of this LG phone. Let's see. Can you flip it over?
That button does not remind you of the Galaxy S2.
Oh, it does. But like, did you flip it over? All right here. It just reminded me of the Nokia Lumia.
Oh, the sleek.
The sleek, but on the back.
But it doesn't look as good.
No, it doesn't. I just feel like they copied the Nokia back and then the Galaxy's front.
And then with crappy software. There's nothing to see here. But Optimus Views is 5 inches, basically a direct competitor to the Note. But instead of being like a 16:9, like a widescreen phone, it's a square. It's a 5-inch square phone, and I think it's the most hideous thing I've ever seen in the market.
Next to the Note.
No, I love the Note.
Really?
I love the Note.
It's just too big.
No, I love the Note.
Would you even classify that as a phone?
A lot of people classify it as a phablet.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like you don't want a tablet because you don't want to carry 2 devices, but then
I was surprised they use a stylus out of all things. I thought, the stylus is getting to the point where it's...
No,
you don't think it's ever going to die?
Ever.
Really?
You know why? Chinese characters. How are you ever going to do Chinese characters on a touchscreen?
What y'all think?
One at a time with your huge thumbs.
Well, yeah.
There's a reason
I
why
don't know.
resistive touchscreens were so popular in China because people couldn't write on them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about Chinese writing or Arabic. Arabic's pretty
Yeah, they're pretty intense too.
Yeah, you know Mandarin, right?
I'm Vietnamese.
Vietnamese,
Yeah, but I know a little Mandarin symbols.
and in Vietnamese writing
It's English.
is English.
It's basically the English alphabet writing.
Oh, okay.
Well, because this is what Vietnamese is. Vietnam was colonized by the French,
Mm-hmm.
but Chinese people used to live there. So the Vietnamese language, we have a lot of French and Chinese words in our language.
Okay.
So, but LG failed. Sony impressed me so much.
Really? Before we go to Sony, I want to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Beam.
Okay.
I know it was like 3 years ago we saw the first projector phone.
Yeah,
Right?
the LG Expo.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, and it really
wasn't.
didn't.
Was it that long ago? I remember I really wanted that phone.
I did too, and then now I just
have
thought
to
it was
do
a
quick
gimmick.
Google. LG Expo. Release date 2009. Yeah, 3 years ago.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like 3 years ago in tech is so long.
It is.
So almost like it felt like 4 years. Because I remember watching the video.
It was the first phone that came to America with a 1 gigahertz processor.
That was the one that was on AT&T, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I remember the commercials. I was like a
But
phone.
you had to buy the peak projector like separate. It was $100 separate accessory.
Was it separate?
Yeah,
it wasn't built in.
No, it was built in.
So this one is actually built in.
Yeah, this one is built in.
What do you think of it? I think the yellow is ugly.
Well, first of all, yeah, let's not even get to the color. But it only displays at an NHD screen. So that's about... Have you seen the Nokia N8?
Not hands-on.
Yeah,
obviously.
but you've seen the screen, right?
Yeah.
The projector projects the same amount of pixels as that phone.
Okay.
Very small.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I could draw it out, it's like that.
Yeah. I don't know. That used to remind me of... there's like those projectors for kids. Remember those gaming projectors they used to sell on Target?
Oh, that you like pop bubbles or whatever? Like the iToys?
No, the iToy. It was like those. They were sold in stores. They were like ones where you could plug your Xbox into it. It was like an old school, like one of those, almost like a Dell, but it was like cheap for kids.
But I'm pretty sure that had a better resolution.
It probably did, but it's just funny to see how they're how outdated everything is.
Here's the best way I can describe NHD. It's 1/9 of 1080.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah,
It's like a squint of HD.
Yeah.
And then,
so unless you really want to share that little crappy photo you took on your vacation,
or you're projecting, what is the output
what do you mean the output?
for the projecting screen?
Like the
Yeah.
screen NHD.
Oh, in HD.
Yeah.
Okay.
The screen itself is pretty nice. It's WVGA, I think,
Mm-hmm.
but it projects NHD.
All right, and then let's talk about your
Sony. My obsession with Sony. How they're back. How they're amazing, and how their industrial design totally blows me away.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's not much to say about it. It blows me away.
it hasn't convinced me, but I mean, it's
Look at okay, this is a terrible pink color, but that clear translucent bar, you cannot deny that.
Is that
sexy.
the notification thing? Or is that bar glow?
Yeah, that bar glows when you get a notification.
Is there a video of it?
It's very much like the Xperia X1. Let me see. I'll show you the glow.
Is that like a lot like the BlackBerry glow? Like whenever you got a notification,
the ball would light up?
Yeah, but it's just more translucent.
Let me see. But I'm just saying, Sony totally has it again. Notification glow. I'm looking for like the original Xperia that glowed on the sides. Yeah, like the original Xperia, when you got a notification, it would glow around the sides of the phone. And I thought that was like, back in the day, that was like the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was a cool concept.
And then now you have this transparent bar, a see-through bar that you could actually see the other side through, doubling as your notification light and your antenna.
You think that's the new thing, though? We need a way to...
I think it's a breath of fresh air from all
something
the
for notifications. we need like translucent with fluorescent beams to show us.
No, I think back in Japan they have these cool concept called charms. It's a Bluetooth charm that it's mostly for girls, but I think they have some guy charms too. But it would connect to your phone with Bluetooth, and then you put the charm, like some girls have it on a bracelet, some guys have it on like their book bag, and every time their phone would get a notification, the charm would blink.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah. And so they would always have to leave their phone on silent, and they would just see the charm like light up. HTC tried to do that with the Rime, the lady phone.
Is that what it used to look like? Or I don't know, I just Googled charm.
It's not that ugly.
Yeah.
But HTC tried to do it with their HTC Rime, and it totally failed because you had to have it connected to the phone. Because they positioned like, oh, I'm a lady. I don't like my phone getting lost in my purse. So if I plug this charm in and then hang it outside my purse, I can fish it to my phone.
Oh my goodness.
It was pretty awful. And HTC's press conference is going on right now as we speak, but we're probably not going to cover it till Friday.
No, next Friday you'll be able to see a lot.
This Friday, you mean?
Yeah, this Friday you'll be able to see a lot more.
But what I'm expecting from HTC is a unified ecosystem. Finally, no more 30 phones released in a month, just one phone, and they better blow me away. That's all. And it's kind of amazing for HTC because this is the first time they're not going with a Qualcomm CPU; they're going with Tegra 3. Because to be honest, the last Qualcomm, the third generation Qualcomm sucked so bad. So. That's really all I have to say. MWC, who am I most excited for? Nokia's press conference tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Conference tomorrow. Okay, let's talk.
I definitely want to get my hands on a Lumia.
No, you're not gonna want. Okay, this is what they're gonna announce. They're gonna announce the Lumia 900 for Europe. They're gonna announce the white Lumia 900 for America. And then they're going to announce a Lumia 600 for like India and like really, really, really cheap markets where Windows Phone can't usually penetrate, but this will penetrate those markets.
Okay.
And then they're going to release a thing called the Nokia PureView, which is their successor to one of my favorite phones of all time, the N8.
N8. Nokia. Wait, do we have any pictures of what a pre?
Nope. They've uploaded a video on their YouTube, totally taken by the phone. And look at this. This video, it was all taken by the phone.
Are those photo stills?
No, photo stills and a little video.
Okay. So what kind of camera are we going to expect?
Evolution of the N8s. Because the N8's camera was bigger than most point-and-shoot cameras.
Okay.
And that blew everybody's mind away. So I cannot wait for this phone. I don't care if it runs Symbian. I'm buying it. I posted on my Facebook. I'm like, my next phone is probably going to be a Symbian phone.
That's awesome.
I'm rocking Symbian again if this N8 successor is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I know it's going to be amazing. So, anything else you're excited for MWC? What are you wanting to see?
I mean, I don't know. Not much. I mean, I'm just really... I don't know. I just want...
I guess you're not a big phone guy like me.
Well, I am, but I don't have the money like you to, swap it every now and then. So, for us normal people who just been over...
So I'm not normal anymore?
Well, take over... I'm the guy who signs his contracts.
Yeah, oh my god. Let me rant a little about that. Every time I see someone who comes up to me and they're like, Andy, I know you're a phone guy. Look at this phone I got. I hope you like it. And then it's like a Droid Razor or it's like a crappy phone. I'm like, I want to say something bad about it, but then I remember... He signed a contract.
Oh my goodness, 2 years with that crap.
I know, I'm like, I feel so bad for you, but I can't say anything.
I mean, yeah, I definitely won't really want the Nokia Lumia 710 to come to AT&T. 900 to come to, I don't even know the numbers. It's back then, phones were so easy.
No, before Nokia used to be so confusing. They had the N series, the E series, the X series, they had the X7, the N7, the C7, all that stuff. Now Nokia is just using numbers. The higher the number, the better the phone.
Okay.
So I think that's simple.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Anything that's with a 900 number is going to be 900 classed. And then everything with 800 is 800. the PureView is numbered 808, so I think it's gonna look a lot like the Lumia 800.
If they had the PureView camera in the new 900, would you buy the 900?
Oh, you know I would, definitely. The problem with Windows Phone right now is like the GPU is not powerful enough to process that kind of image.
Have you got your hands on 900 yet?
It's not out.
I know, but I thought you did see a demo of it when you went to the Nokia.
No, that was the 800.
Oh, okay.
They launched the 800.
Yeah, the 800 just doesn't look appealing to me at all.
Really?
Yeah.
The 800 looks so much nicer than the 900.
Or was it? Maybe I'm thinking about the 710.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the 710, like the plasticky one.
Yeah, the 710 just looks ugly.
But the PureView is numbered 808, so I think we're gonna see it like the Lumia 800, but with this super awesome camera.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I'm excited. And with that, MWC goodness will continue all week. We'll definitely have a throwdown Friday at MWC, and Alex will be back, hopefully, and giving
probably dying of diabetes from his Starbucks.
his Starbucks obsession. We need to have an intervention one day.
I do want one of those Starbucks cards. I am a little jealous about him. He has a little. It feels like an exclusive members club.
Yeah. So he can die alone.
Of diabetes.
He can die. He can have Starbucks diabetes alone with his gold card. Amazing. Okay. As always, you can get in contact with us on Twitter at TechOutLoud, Facebook at TechOutLoud.
And we should be in the iTunes store momentarily or soon.
Stop saying that. We're like jinxing it every time we say it. We're in the iTunes store for like an hour and then we're dead.
That's true.
You'll know when we're in the iTunes store.
Yeah.
We have our individual Twitters. I'm at Andangit, ANDDANGIT, and Christopher Wallen is at Chris Wallen, capital C, capital W. And Alex Weston, while he's not here, go send him some money. Go send him some love. Alex Weston, but instead of O, it's a 0. Got it this time.
Yep.
And we'll be back next week with our crave because it's not fun with Alex stumbling all over the 10-second crave.
I mean,
so,
yeah, that's true.
Okay, you want my crave? MWC, that's it.
My crave is iPad 3. I really want to know.
Oh yeah, Microsoft Ben's releasing Windows 8 on Wednesday, and I'll
it's gonna go live, like Windows 8.
The beta.
Oh, beta. See, when are we gonna not be when Alpha is coming out?
Alpha already came out.
I mean, not Alpha. The final presentation.
October. But beta is a huge difference than Alpha.
Really?
Yeah, it's a totally different operating system.
And it's free and open for everybody.
We'll see how they do it.
Oh.
I think it's gonna be like exactly like developers. They're gonna push it developers first, and then once the developers are off their servers, then they're gonna unleash the gates.
Okay.
Because when they unleashed the developers preview, the Wi-Fi, the hotel that Microsoft held, they got their whole Wi-Fi system down. So we'll see you guys Friday, and thanks so much for listening to our ramblings, and we'll catch you guys later.
See you.